Hi, and welcome back. Today, I wanted to talk about niching and specifically the pressure to find the perfect niche. And this is where you define yourself and what you do as something specific, not a jack of all trades, but a specific specialty that you will become known for. This is linked to your ideal client. Your niche is what your ideal client is looking for. Now, one of the things that I know is that a lot of people find niching down your business as counterintuitive. Why would I reduce the number of people that I am looking for or selling to? And the problem with not niching is that your audience that you're speaking to is so broad, it's hard to be specific. And when you're not specific, and when somebody doesn't actually see themselves in what you're talking about, doesn't identify with the value that you're adding, then they won't hear it. On the other hand, when you niche down to your ideal client, when you niche down what you do based on what your ideal client values and needs, then that person is going to hear you because they're going to see themselves in what you're offering. And this is what keeps a lot of women stuck is the thought of not wanting to reduce the number of people that will hear them by niching down, when in fact, they're actually increasing the number of people that hear them by niching down. And sometimes they wonder, what if I choose the wrong thing? What if I choose the wrong niche? What if I change my mind later? And what if I limit myself too much? So instead of choosing something and moving forward, they stay in this loop of overthinking, trying to get it just right. But here's the truth. You don't need a perfect niche. You need a clear one. Clarity helps people understand what you do, and it helps them see themselves in your work, and it helps you show up with more confidence. When your niche is too broad, your message becomes harder to connect with. But when it's clear, even if it's not perfect, it creates direction. And here's something that's really important to remember. You're not locking yourself in forever. Your business is allowed to evolve. In fact, expect it to evolve. This is a healthy business that is going to continue to evolve. But you need a starting point and you need something to build from. If you choose a niche and it doesn't fit with who you are authentically, and it doesn't fit authentically with your ideal client, then you're going to change it. You're going to find that niche that meets the needs of the people that you want to do business with. And often, what we need to do is look at who we're already doing business with. Who is that person? And what is it that I'm doing for them that makes a difference? That's often your niche. That's your ideal client and your niche. As long as you're loving it, as long as you're loving working with this person. If it's the type of work that you wish you were not doing, then no, that's not your ideal client. So instead of asking, what's the perfect niche? Try asking, who do I feel most called to help right now? And what do they actually need support with? That's enough to begin with. You can refine it as you go. You can adjust as you learn. But waiting for perfect clarity, like a lot of other things, usually just delays the progress. So if you're stuck in this space, I want you to gently ask yourself, where am I overthinking instead of deciding? What would feel clear enough, not perfect, to move forward? Before you go, I want to remind you that you are allowed to choose a direction and trust yourself to adjust along the way. And I'd really love to hear from you. Who do you feel most drawn to help in your business right now? Share in the comments if you feel comfortable. You don't have to build your business alone, and you don't have to build it like anyone else. And if this has supported you, I invite you to subscribe so we can keep building together. I'm Gwalda Redman. I'm a business coach, and I've created a method called the Bloom Method. And if you're interested in having a coach who can help you walk through deciding on your niche and deciding on your ideal client, I would be honored to help you. Clarity creates momentum, even when it's not perfect. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe, and we will see you again next week.